Hi, welcome to IP addressing. So what is an IP version 4 address? An IP version 4, which is Internet Protocol version 4 address, is a set of 4 binary octet numbers separated by dots, also known as periods, which represents the logical location, that's the identity of network devices on an internet network. IP version 4 addresses range between 0.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255. So here we can see an example of that. It shows that it starts from 0.0.0.0. Then next we have .1, .2, .3. And if you keep going that way, you get to .255. Then the next one after that now becomes 1.0 and 1.1, 1.2. Then continue that way, it becomes 1.255. The next after that is 2.0. So it means it always ends at the 255 number. So the next one is 0.0.2.1, and if you continue that way, you will get to 255.254, and next you have 255.255. The next after that is 0.1. And it just keeps going that way till you get to 255s, and that will be the end of the IP version 4 addressing. So here is an example of an IP version 4 address, and we can see the octets of 4 numbers. The first number, which is 203 in binary form, is 11001011, and we can see the separation with the dots notation, and this is how it would look in the binary format. So let's talk about IP version 4 network and host portions. So the Internet Protocol version 4 address has a network and a host portion. The network portion identifies a group of network devices in an internetwork, while the host portion identifies a particular host in a network group within an internetwork. So a host portion of the IP address identifies a device, while the network portion identifies the network in which that device belongs to. So we identify the network and host portions of an IP version 4 address through the use of a subnet mask. So let's see what a subnet mask is. So in this case, we have the IP version 4 address like we saw earlier, and we have the network portion identified here with the host portion identified here. So the host portion represents, for example, the number of the house on the street, and the network portion now identifies the postal code. So the host portion gives you the exact device that you are looking for, and the network portion gives you an idea of where that device is located. So as we said earlier, we identify the network and the host portions of an IP version 4 address through the use of a subnet mask. So a subnet mask is a replica, which means it is similar to an IP version 4 address with 4 binary octets of ones and zeros. It works in hand with an IP version 4 address to specify or represent the network portion and the host portion. It represents all network portions to the left as ones and the host portions to the right as 0. So let's see an example of this. So here we have an IP version 4 address, and we can see the network and the host portion, and we converted that to binary, and we can see that just right under that. And so we can see that the subnet mask uses the same concept of the IP version 4. So it is important to differentiate which is an IP version 4 address and which is the subnet mask. So we can see that the host portion of the subnet mask, which is at the right, represents the host portion of the IP address, and the network portion of the subnet mask, which are all ones in binary form, which is 255 in decimal form, represents the network portion of the IP address, as you can see above. So a subnet mask can be of a fixed class, which is classful addressing, or it can be of a variable class, which is classless addressing. So we need to understand the differences between the two types, and that is what we're going to do in the next video.